Back in Spain, finally. Heading south first, then southeast towards the Pyrenees. We've got 10 days before the ferry leaves again.
Gracias.
It is mid-September and the recent rains have turned northern Spain green and lush. Brett and I are on our T7 Teneres, ready to take on the Trans-Euro Trail. We met Ian on the ferry, and he is joining us on his magnificent Desert X on his way to Portugal. We had originally planned to continue on last year's route towards the west, but we had the opportunity to meet up and travel with my old friends Frank and Guy, so the compromise involved going southeast instead. But first we had a good day and a half of travel with Ian going south, and then on to France. Getting used to riding the bike fully loaded takes a few hours. The first glimpse of the mountain chain which runs all along the northern Spanish coast made my heart sing. So I thought I'd get the first drop out of the way as soon as possible.
Well, we're going left. We're going towards France. I wish you all the best, Ian. Nice meeting you. And I hope she stays upright. Well, good luck. Maybe, you never know. I might come with you next year.
The end of the day was nearing and we started looking for a campsite or a wild spot. After an exciting first day, energy levels were dropping fast.
Oh, mate. No worries. Ready?
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Time for a quick dash up to France to rendezvous with Guy and Frank, who had just driven down from Luxembourg non-stop. Prepping for the next stage. We took the French TET, realized quickly that all the bad weather was north of the Pyrenees in France, abandoned the idea and went back to Spain.
Don't think so.
A little bit of tarmac section is welcome so we can enjoy the views, have a breather, whilst knowing that those Spanish rocky gnarly sections will be back soon for sure. You really get into those vast flowing sections, lost in the moment, at one with your machine, only to realize that you've missed a turn. We kept being surprised by how much single track the TET was offering up on our way southeast. Pure delight.
Whoa, okay.
The deep puddles made me think of the pros and cons of twin-cylinder bikes. Their weight helps you push through, but once they go, you better let them do their thing.
Das ist ein good popper.
A few thoughts on tyre choices. I was running a 70 to 80% off-road biased tyre because I wanted maximum traction on the off-road sections. Frank, however, on his KTM 890 chose a 50-50 tyre set as his concern was grip on the road sections. And those differing choices showed in those many mid-September puddles.
So, du hast am Anfang, komm ich mal durch, ist schon nass. So, du hast die Kabel.
So.
2, 1. Yeah. Oh, not too far. Oh, thank you. Oh, my foot.
Brett was on similar tyres to me on his T7, a decision based on our last Spain trip. And if you can't get past the sheep, you may as well call a lunch break. And back to the fast sections. We could have gone faster, but as Adam Riemann puts it so well, you have to keep at least 10% ability spare for those unexpected moments. And who is racing anyway? My dodgiest moment of the trip came right then. Somehow I had decided that I had to keep up with Guy on his much lighter 690, and nearly stacked it at high speed. Lessons. Choices. luck. And to be fair to Guy, he is the better rider anyway. Humility matters. It can keep you safe. And steering dampers. They matter too. I've been using one since a fat rock flipped my handlebars on my last Spain trip, threw me off and left me hanging by my arms from a cliffside. And this is the moment in the movie where I just can't resist waxing lyrical about how much these trips mean to me and my mental health. Being in the company of friends who I have known and travelled with for over 40 years is hard to beat. We spent a windy and dusty night on the hillside, our tents, clothes and mouths full of sand in the morning. Glorious.
Have a look at that castle.
Spain blew my mind. Taking in the vastness of just this one valley, the eye unable to see the end put me right in my place. A small human on a machine, dwarfed by the size of the earth.
Oh, awesome work. Oh, good line.
So we swapped bikes around. I had a brief try on Frank's KTM 890 and was amazed by its front forks. Different league to my Tenere altogether, despite my small upgrade of springs and a revolve. I wasn't too fussed about the additional power as we were off-road. Brett and Guy also swapped for a longer stint. I suddenly saw Guy weave and wobble through a deepish puddle right ahead of me. Nothing special. I slowed down, partially to warn Brett behind me. Brett later said the T7's weight would have got him through, but the 690's light front end wiped out underneath him. And as he fell, the spiky end of a bit of timber dug itself into his hand.
See whether I'm going to lift this up here.
Yeah.
That's wood there.
That could be, yep.
Yeah, that needs to come out.
Du kannst dran durchgehen.
I have nothing to say.
So we very slowly rode Brett back to a tarmac road to find a doctor, while we rode on, intending to meet up in the evening. Brett could ride his bike on the road, but not off-road. There was nothing else we could do for him.
What a hill. What a view. It's just awesome. This is just so cool.
The rocky downhill we had to deal with proved me right. There was no way Brett could have made this in his state.
Fucking hell.
Still, the twin emotions of delight and sadness weighed on me, but I had to focus on what was in front of me, which helped.
Puta! Hola.
Hola.
Hey, how are you doing?
Sore, but sorry, what's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica helped me clean my hand up with some.
Oxygenated water. He was so scared.
I was like, what is that? It looked like it looked like acid. I was like, that's weird.
You really think that I want to hurt you?
No.
It was great to catch up with the Viking, grab a shower and spend the evening together.
Oh yeah.
However, I had misunderstood Jessica's instructions not to camp on the right, as the sprinklers would kick in during the night. And so they did, every 45 minutes. The morning brought with it the sadness of leaving Brett behind again, to ride roads, while we followed the TET. I noticed how hyper-vigilant I had become when approaching mud holes and puddles. I had definitely lost some of my mojo.
Ja, wie das weiß ich nicht, bis ich es gemacht habe.
We rode on, and slowly but surely my confidence recovered. Even if I did do the odd spot of muddy parking. After an amazing but cold wild camp in the mountains, we were now heading towards the ACT, the Adventure Country Track, a similar network of ADV trails, a little more sedate than the TET, more suited to heavier bikes. This was our way of heading back up northwest towards the French border. Despite this trail being easier to ride, it still had some stunning woodland tracks on offer with plenty of slippery sections. This German stood waiting with his camera for someone to come along and drop their bike right in front of him. YouTubers, eh? But as there is no legal off-road way of crossing the Pyrenees, there were always going to be some longer road sections. Oh my god, a vulture. The views were still stunning, but we knew we were getting close to the end of our off-road adventure. There was just one small rocky detour left to do. And off they both went, heading towards France. It was sad to see them go, of course. Busy lives, making it hard to come together like we had managed over the last 10 days. Experiencing nature and bikes and common goals. But I had my own mission. Here we go. Next stop. Hotel on the coast. Catch up with Brett. And that involved a long day's riding.
2.5 hours. I should be catching up with Brett. At least it's now 16 Celsius. It was 11 this morning when I left. It was a bit chilly. A little coffee, tiny bit of food. Off we go.
Over the last few days, Brett had been chilling in various hotels, and it was great to see him again.
Hello, mate.
Long drive.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. Yeah, it took me about an hour and a half-ish, 2 hours. There's loads of traffic on the way here.
Cool. There she is.